The Nobel laureate Wole Soyinka has backed the 6 weeks ultimatum given to the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, by some federal lawmakers to find a lasting solution to terrorism or be impeached. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, just know that you are missing a lot. Like, why won't you be subscribed to Newsroom Nigeria? Or you run to the subscribe button and click on it. The subscribe button is the red button down below. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Most importantly, click on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. Soyinka spoke on Tuesday in Abeokuta, Ogun State, during an interactive session organized to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Abeokuta Club. The session, which had a senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, the registrar of the Joint Administration and Matriculation Board, Professor Isiaq Oloyede, a lawyer, Benga Adeoye, a businessman, Ogoluwa Bankole, and the spokesman of the electricity distribution companies, Sunday Odunton, as panelists, had as its theme good governance or misgovernance, the contract called democracy. The news reports that senators and members of the House of Representatives elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party had last week handed down the ultimatum over lingering insecurity in the country. Soyinka, who was the session's moderator, noted that the president should be impeached because he had breached the contract of democracy. He said, democracy indicates a contract. That is why the candidate puts on a manifesto. On the basis of that manifesto, the candidate is either accepted or rejected. Very often, the grounds for breach of contract, I think we all agree, is misgovernance, and one of the ways of breaking this kind of contract we know even before the duration of a contract is known as impeachment. The reason we will go by some legislators to impeach the president who is the head of government. In fact, one cleric has gone even further. He believes that the impeachment should take place not in the legislative home but in the bush with the kidnappers, and he appealed to the kidnappers to quicken the process by impeaching the president and take him away and some of his aides and one or two governors. Soyinka, however, threw the question to the gathering whether the president should be impeached or not, and majority of the people who comprised members of a club and other dignitaries raised their hands that Tinubu be impeached. He also faulted a situation where Buhari, who he said had performed abysmally to the point that lawmakers are considering impeachment, will decide who succeeds him at the end of his tenure. He added, in any democracy, any president, prime minister, or whatever is entitled to one vote. We are not saying we should disenfranchise somebody because they are on top of governance. They had their right to campaign for any candidates they like, but there is nothing in any constitution that I know of, in any democratic constitution, which says that the head of government should appoint his or her successor. I am not aware of it, and this is a head of governance who is generally agreed, I believe, has having failed, having misgoverned to the point that impeachment is being considered. I hear the governors go to this individual, go to this failure and say to him, please give us your successor. Many of us in this country, including governors, including chairmen of local governments, what comprehension they have of this process called democracy, because what these governors are telling us is that after a failure has occupied a seat of government for 8 years, that failure should give us another failure for another 8 years. Soyinka urged the governors to stop desecrating democracy by enthroning a dynasty of failure. Falana, in his remarks, corroborated Soyinka's submission on the need to stop the abuse of democratic process. He decried the imposition of leaders on Nigerians. Oluyede, in his submission, urged Nigerians not to focus on the faults of the federal government, but concentrate on the state government's involvement in the failure. This is quite deep. Imagine someone who has ruled Nigeria for 8 years. Imagine them asking him to give another successor to rule us for another 8 years. Someone who did not even do up to average, like let's say over 100. He did not even perform up to 50 over 100. Then they're asking him to give another failure that is going to rule us for another 8 years. Is that not suffered? May God help us. So that is why it is very important for all of us to go out there, collect our PVC. Make sure we go there and vote. Don't sell your vote this time around, because if you sell your vote, it is another 8 years of suffering, another 8 years of hardship for us. May God not allow that to be our portion. But if we do not make a right decision this time around, I just think that we need someone who has sense, a technocrat that can come there, go to Aso Rock and repair the country, because economically all aspects of Nigeria has collapsed right now. You can imagine $1 equal to 720 naira. Very soon we are going to be saying is equal to 1,000 naira. And nothing has been done about the governor of Central Bank. He's still there, He's a member of APC, so they cannot do anything to him. Yet they have not changed him since Buhari has been in office, since we've been experiencing this downfall in Naira. And the man has been taking, one bad decision to the other after he banned Bitcoin in Nigeria and, and so on and so forth. I just think we as Nigerians, we shouldn't sit at home this time around and expect miracle to happen. We must go out there this time around and exercise our rights in making sure that the right person gets there. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for today. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.